So, what is the role of AI today in creating content? And then number two, where do you think that's going?
So I've been seeing some, I think at the moment it's rudimentary and we'll get into where I think, but I think it's going to get better. Um, I've seen some content created by some of these tools and they're getting good, but they're still not legible. It's still not fully legible content. It's still pretty terrible. But that doesn't mean like a year from now it's not going to be totally legible, really, or maybe 2 years, whatever the rate of improvement is. It's not going to get not going to get much better. It will. It's going to get better. And so what I think is going to happen is this: a lot of companies are going to say, okay, this content is good enough for us to spend, I don't know, whatever, $200 a month on an AI tool or whatever it is, and crank out these blog posts that are like that are basically scraping Google or scraping the internet for research and putting it together and compiling it. And I think that there's going to be a lot of companies that do that. But I think that the companies that are going to succeed are going to be the ones that leverage those tools from a research standpoint and then infuse their stories and their personal way of going about things into the content, because a machine is never going to be able to sorry, I won't speak in absolutes because I don't know, I guess, but I can't imagine a machine at this point in time within the next 5 years taking your collective knowledge inside of the brains of your engineers, your salespeople, your marketing team, your customer service team, right? And then infusing that into the content as like a human can. And so that's where I think it is going. I think every company is going to have it as 90% of the companies are going to have it as this is good enough. Maybe not in 2 years, this won't happen, but at some point in time.
Yep.
And then the rest of the 10% who are serious about ranking still in SEO are going to have a human element to infuse their secret sauce and everything like that.
So, what you're saying, it's going to be a hybrid between man and machine.
I I do, because a lot of the stuff that we write is research based. And so
Mm-hmm.
if I could get a machine to do that, then absolutely, right? That's
Yep.
just quicker and easier. But then you still need a person to extract knowledge and put it down on paper.
Mm. Yeah,
So
interesting. Yeah, it just AI and content creation is going to be, I think, a game changer, and I think people need to be aware of that. And the big end of town is going to have the resources to do it, and just how they do it's going to be the interesting thing to watch.